Good Sunday morning, December 7th. Michelle Alcorn here from Atlantic Canada Cooks, and I am extremely excited to be here in Mahone Bay, Nova Scotia. I've got my Nova Scotia tartan scarf on, and I have my Santa hat on too, because welcome back to Atlantic Canada. I've had the most incredible trip in Morocco for the last few weeks. And I hope you've checked out some of those amazing videos in our tours. But you know what? We're gonna have breakfast here. And I have to say, my new favorite place, not new because I discovered it in August, is Eli and Trix here in Mahone Bay. And we definitely want you to look it up on the map. It's one of the most beautiful places in Canada. And we're gonna eat today, and we're gonna eat some incredible breakfast. And we're gonna talk a little bit about some unique and traditional things that we eat here. And we're a seaside town. A lot of my trip was spent in the north of Morocco, and it's on the Mediterranean Sea, but also Casablanca, Rabat. It's on the Atlantic Ocean, which wonderfully for me is right outside this window. And it's one of the bays that comes in. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And when you come from a fishing village, you know, that gets you your energy for the day. So I ordered several things on the menu. I've got a couple friends joining us for breakfast as well, but they're gonna stay off camera, but they know they volunteered so I can show their breakfast before they eat it. So in front of me is the perfect way to start your day, and that's a great cup of coffee. And what I love about this is coffee is, for me, it's my energy to start my day along with my breakfast. But when we were traveling in Morocco, a lot of espresso shots, or I would have what would be an allongé, which is really just almost like an extra espresso shot. So here we've got a big cup of coffee, because that's kind of how we like to have it here. And what I'm using, and this is what I use all the time to sweeten my coffee, often here, but definitely while I was in Morocco, is some beautiful honey. And when you come here to Eli and Trix, I want to say thank you to Danielle and all of the incredible staff here, and especially the chefs, because they use local. And buying local and supporting local is one of the best parts of our economy. So we've got some beautiful local honey here. So I've sweetened my coffee with some local honey. And as you see here too, we've always got some nice brown sugar versus a white sugar. So lots of organic. And of course, I've got my salt and pepper shakers ready, because, you know, that's one of the other delicious things to have. And tea. And as I came back from Morocco, and we're traveling with some friends that are back here discovering what Canada is like, we have a huge tea culture here in Canada. Now, in the country of Morocco, tea is a huge part of everybody's life at all ages. But we have a tea room right across here. All they serve is a variety of different teas. Our teas are often made with our local dried ingredients that we've grown here, and then they're blending those, and also blending those with a mix of international. So you're gonna get these rich and aromatic flavors. I love this here. I'm gonna show you. I've got these great tea bags, and the way they work is you can open up the tea bag, they stuff them with whatever tea that you want, so you can have a single cup or a little pot just for yourself. And look at that. Could she be more perfect with timing? I was just about to tell them what I was ordering. We're gonna put it all in the middle, because here's what we said. If you order breakfast with me, I'm gonna talk about your food. So here we are.
There you are. Okay, let me get your bell.
Okay. I'm putting my bacon in my mouth. Nice crispy bacon. Well, I'll move some of this to the side. So I want to do a couple of comparisons that are really interesting. While I was traveling, I'm gonna move this around 3 times because I gotta get you the better view of this tray. Right here in the middle.
That fish cakes come coming up.
Oh, the fish cakes.
Jam. Do you like jam for the toast?
Please.
Ketchup for the hash browns?
Absolutely.
All right.
I should have started with how the incredible service is here. So we've got a few things, and let's get this going. We're gonna say. So let's start with. So I need to feed the people around me. This would be what you would see as a very typical breakfast here in Canada. Eggs, however you want them cooked. We've got some beautiful multi-grain toast. And you can see the different seeds and stuff in it. And an important part of Canadian breakfast is we've always got potatoes. Oh, these are perfectly cooked, crispy potatoes. And don't worry, we're hiding under this corner some nice oranges and a little bit of a micro salad. Right over here. We're gonna move a few of these things out of the way, I think, right? I'm gonna keep my salt and pepper. Jane, do you wanna grab that tea? So here's our perfectly sunny side eggs. Look at that. Our multi-grain toast. I'm gonna use a little bit of that salt and pepper. I'm gonna steal that there. But because you're having fried potatoes, we like to have a little bit of ketchup with our breakfast. And if my father was here, he'd be putting ketchup on absolutely everything. So I'm going to deliver this one over so that our Moroccan friend traveling with us can enjoy some great eggs and eat as we go along the way. So while I was traveling, one of the other things that I really enjoyed eating while I was in Morocco is some great breakfast sandwiches. So here we've got two different types of sandwiches. I'm gonna come back to these other unique ones. So sometimes we also want a light breakfast. This is a perfectly poached egg. Jane, can I poke your egg?
Yes.
Thank you. So look at this. So poached eggs are very delicately cooked. And I'm just gonna do this. Ooh. Look at that. Beautiful. Coming out the side. Hold this up to the camera. The golden yellow coming out. And this is done with a really nice sourdough bread. And I love the sourdough bread. See on the outside, the little bit of light dusting of flour. And of course, for us in Canada, definitely a little bit of butter on that bread to enjoy. So this is like a nice, light, lean breakfast. And I love seeing that. Jane, enjoy that. Eating nice and healthy this morning. So before I get into these sandwiches, because I'm really excited, we talked about being here in Mahone Bay, by a fishing village, what it looks like. And we love to have fish cakes. So we share that love of fish in the seafood and the ocean. So we're gonna set this down. I'm gonna take this part. This is also called a chow. And here, also, these are homemade. So here at Eli and Trix and at Betty's Kitch, there's a couple of restaurants in this family. All of the condiments and the different pickles that you're gonna have were made here with a lot of love. So I'm gonna hold this one up. And this is actually, it looks like a pepper, but it's not. It's a pickled tomato. We're gonna go for this. Wow. The flavor in that is off the charts good. There's gonna be some vinegar, some mustard seed, and some unique spices that goes in, but these are actually made with green tomatoes. And of course, a tiny little bit of sweet goes into that. They're definitely more on the sour side. These fish cakes is exactly what we want to, or the chow, we definitely want to be having with our fish cakes. So let's check our fish cakes out. Michelle's going to be starting her day with a lot of breakfast here. All right. So what you're going to see here, these are so perfectly cooked. So these are made with a salted cod. So here in Atlantic Canada, that's a fish that is readily available. And I also want to make sure that everybody in the world knows this. Sustainable fishing is so important for us in our region, and it's very much protected, and our fishermen appreciate that as well. So what you're gonna see, look at the perfectly crispy outside. You can see this flaky fish, and there's gonna be mixed with a little bit of potato. I'm gonna get my chow here with it. A little bit of potato and some of the perfect herb mixture. This is gonna end up a big bite, everybody, but that's okay. Say, put that on. See the herbs? Look at that. Let's go for it. Wow. We're gonna have a second bite of that. That tastes a bit like Christmas too. I was using a little bit of summer savory in there. We often talk about that particular seasoning, very popular in this region in Atlantic Canada. It is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna push this. It looks like I'm gonna give it to you, my audience, but actually, my present audience is going to eat that fish cake right behind this camera. So where do we start here? So we talked about local, and I've got this nice crispy bacon. I love my bacon crispy. And this comes from a farm I think in Windsor, right? Olton's? Yeah, thank you. So Olton's is an amazing farm. I've gone down there to buy a lot of my beef, pork, chicken, and I do believe they have some lamb, sustainable, grain-fed, and we know that these animals were eating really good. So guess what? We are what we eat eats. So remember that. Be mindful about what you're choosing to put in your body. Very delicious. Now, when I was traveling in Morocco, there's so much great fresh food, like fresh fruit available to you absolutely everywhere. I was explaining, we don't really grow citrus here. So our oranges are often imported, some from Morocco. A lot comes in from Florida. So, and look at how the chef did. Look at the presentation, right? Absolutely beautiful. So we've got a fresh orange over here. And this is a microgreen salad. This is very popular. We have, so these are some pea shoots and some radish shoots. And what we do is we pick them before they get big and bear their fruit or their vegetables. And these are often enjoyed on your plate. So I want to say the other thing about Morocco is avocados are everywhere. And I absolutely love avocados. So what did I choose today? Oh my gosh, this is huge. I think they used a whole avocado for my breakfast. So they've taken these avocados, which of course in Canada we're importing, and they've made it in a mixture. We've got some tomatoes, we've got some beautifully diced up onions, and a few extra herbs and spices in there. And we are having this now on a bagel. This is how thick this is. I could turn it sideways and it's not even gonna fall off my bagel. That's pretty amazing. Let's be real. And these bagels are made with a sourdough. I'm just gonna get the menu out here, so bear with me while I take a bite. That is so absolutely incredible. There's almost no words. I will be eating every bite of this. But I wanna grab the menu here. So I love this. Eli and Trix, super fun name, but it also spells the word eat. So very thoughtful. And actually when you come here, I want you to take the time to look at the artwork and see some of it in the wall behind me. Unique tables, unique settings. Everything was done with thought and care. And guess what? The chefs equally are doing everything with thought and care. So there's a whole section on the menu just on bagels. And these are made here locally. And this particular one, I love it. It's called the millennial style. So I'm gonna say I'm a permanent millennial. And a lot of that is because the freshness with the avocado. So this is a homemade wood-fired bagel. You know what's super cool? And we're gonna post some pictures later. We were eating at the other restaurant just around the corner and saw this incredible wood-fired stove that was designed by the owner, Danielle. Thank you so much, Danielle, for designing that. And to the masons that are right here nearby that built it. Because to be able to build this unique wood-fired grill and it would be able to cook at the perfect temperature took a lot of people to get involved to make that happen. So we've got cream cheese, and then we've got cream cheese is on the other one, homemade bagel, chunky avocado with a guacamole, sprouts, and then they put a garlic oil on top of it. And for all of our Atlantic Canada Cooks fans, we know how much Michelle likes garlic. And they did not disappoint with the amount of garlic that they put into this. So you can get this. The other one would be with salmon. You're gonna see a lot of salmon on the menus across Atlantic Canada. And what I love about it is salmon, there's your omegas. So you're gonna be eating well, you're gonna get nice, fresh ingredients, and start your day in the most healthy way you can. So we've got one more breakfast treat that we're gonna share with you this morning. And growing up, and I want to say hi to my mom. I haven't got back to see her just yet, but one of my favorite things is my mom would always say, "What do we want?" And I always wanted a breakfast sandwich. So, homage to my mom, I ordered a breakfast sandwich. I want to say another thing about these bagels. A lot of people are concerned about gluten, gluten-free, gluten-friendly, and these bagels are made with a 00 flour, which means it's really been refined. So for people with a gluten intolerance, these bagels, perfect to eat. But the other thing is they thought about the rest of us that can't eat gluten as much, and they've got a beautiful gluten-free bread here. Look at the presentation. It's like art on a plate. And I've always said that. Food is art. So let's hold this sandwich up so you can have a really good look. And I want to say thank you so much for enjoying breakfast with me this morning. Look at that. Right? Perfection. Don't worry, there's lots here. You can share some. So what this is, and I've got the bacon falling right out. You know, it's a great sandwich. So we've got some nice crispy bacon inside. We've got a fried egg. We've got our tomato and our lettuce. So this is often called a bacon, lettuce, and tomato. But here they called it a belt. So they added the egg inside of it. With a little bit of mayonnaise on it. And they've got a nice little bit of seasoning that they put on this as well. So if you're not gonna stop and do a whole plate of eggs, this is a fast, healthy, and delicious breakfast. And I encourage you, if you've not made a breakfast sandwich, take your favorite breakfast ingredients and put it in your sandwich. Look at the mayonnaise out here. Let's give this a bite. Wow. Absolutely incredible. The blend with the smooth mayonnaise, the freshness with the lettuce, and then of course the delicious, perfectly cooked egg and the crispy bacon make this sandwich an ultimate start to your day. I think the only thing that I'm missing now, I'm gonna get myself a nice glass of juice, is get some vegetables, get some fruit in your morning, start your day in the healthiest way possible. And if you're not cooking breakfast at home, go out and support local. Those vendors are up first thing in the morning, drop by your farmers markets, go to your local restaurants, start your day in the perfect way. Get a perfect cup of coffee, a perfect cup of tea, and enjoy some breakfast with some great friends. Thank you for joining us here in Mahone Bay today for a beautiful breakfast. And I hope you come by and see us here at Eli and Trix. And if you're not here in Mahone Bay, go shop at the local restaurant. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy your day and have a perfectly great breakfast.